Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today I'm using an early release product from the January to June 2022 mini catalogue. It's called Eden's Garden, which is available now. It launched yesterday. The collection's products are exclusive and only available while supplies last. This is the pocket card we're making. The collection includes the stamp set and dies, which you can buy separately, but it's also available as a bundle. So these are cling stamp in the red rubber, and these are the dies. There are specialty designer papers in the collection, and it's called Ever Eden, and they are 12 by 12 inch sheets of designer series paper. That's the one we're going to be using. Also in the collection are 12 by 12 or 30.5 by 30.5 centimeters cotton paper. There are 10 sheets in a pack, 5 each in evergreen and 5 in soft succulent. The other item are the garden gems. There are 2 sizes in the round gem and also the marquise shaped ones, and there are 140 adhesive backed gems in the pack. The Ever Eden specialty designer papers, the Ever Eden cotton paper and the garden gems, these will only be while stocks last. If you purchase the stamp set and the dies together, then there's a saving of 10%. And you can also purchase it as an entire collection, and if you do, then do use the collection code instead. I made a pocket card with the bundle and made it into an autumnal card for Thanksgiving. This is the stamp set. It's a distinctive stamp set, and these are the dies that go with it. Although this is a rectangular shape, I'm going to make it a round one. So these are the dies we are going to be using. The other stamp set I used is called Pretty Pumpkins. The inks I used are Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. Need some open weave Evening Evergreen ribbon. For the front pocket, you need to cut a piece of soft succulent at 4 3/4 by 6.5. In metric, that will be 12 centimeters by 16.5 centimeters. Back of the pocket, and this measures 4 inches by 5 7/8. In metric, that will be 10 centimeters by 15 centimeters. This is the front mat for the front of the pocket here, and that measures 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. In metric, that's 9.5 by 9.5 centimeters. The second mat layer for the front of the pocket measures 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. In metric, that's 9 centimeters by 9 centimeters. The insert to go in the pocket card, this mat layer measures 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. In metric, that's 9.5 by 14.5. The second mat layer in basic white, that measures 3 3/4 by 5.5. In metric, that will be 9 centimeters by 14 centimeters. You also need some pumpkin pie cardstock with which to die cut this large rectangle, and one in Evening Evergreen. I've already done that to save time. I went ahead and put adhesive sheet on the back so it would be easier to adhere to the card. Bring in the scoreboard and you score at 3/8 inches and 4 3/8 inches. Then on the long side you score at 1.5 inches and 6 1/8 inches. In metric, that will be 12 centimeters at the top. you score at 1 centimetre and 11 centimetres. Turn it on its long side and you score at 4 centimetres and 15.5 centimetres. On these small rectangles here, where the 1.5 inch score line is, you take off these 2 rectangles. Put tear and tape on the 2 tabs here and on the bottom, and then snip it at a 45-degree angle, like so. Now we're ready to die cut the top of the pocket. So you need platform 1, the thin die adapter, platform 2, one of the platform 3s. Place your pocket on the platform. This is the front of the pocket, so you want to put your die this way. Make sure it's straight. So I'm going to place the washi tape on the die. I want to make sure that's straight, and then fold this tab back so that it will fit into the die cutting machine. Place the second platform 3 on top, and I'll run that through the machine off camera. Now that we've die cut that, make sure you poke all the little bits out. And we want to attach the back pocket piece to the front. Remove the tear and tape. Marry it up with the score line down the bottom like so. From the bottom, start lifting the backing from the tear and tape. Don't expose it all, just only a tiny bit. Then just fold this over like so, and then as you remove the tape, you secure the back to the front pocket. Reinforce the score line. Put some stamp and seal on here. Attach your matte layer. Line it up with the bottom of your card. Even border on all 3 sides and also on the matte layer. I've left my ribbon on the roll, but make sure there's enough to go round and tie the knot. Then pop this top piece down. We may have to put some seal on this section as well. And then tie a knot. Next I'm just going to snip the wreath in half and snip that in half again, and the same with the other side. So to make the round shape you might have to take this piece off here. The best way to do it is put it up against your card, and you want it round. So you might not need all 4, you might only need 3. So to make it round, we might have to cut it off here. There's no hard and fast rule. You just need to do it by eye so that it will fit. This is the fiddly bit. So I want to take that bit off. So remove that. And put this one round here. Don't tap it down too hard because you might need to adjust it. Just put it on lightly. You want that curve to go round. So you want to take perhaps that leaf off. Want to join that up. So then you lay the evening evergreen one on top. Just I didn't put an adhesive sheet on the back of this one, so you just pop that on top and work your way round. Evergreen into bits to cover that up. Next I'm going to do the inside of the card, and I'm inking this up in Evening Evergreen. This is a distinctive stamp, so I'm going to stamp it up the top, re-ink it and stamp it at the bottom. Bring in my Stamparatus. I've tested it to make sure it's straight. Before I glue this onto here, run some tape along here so I can attach a bit of ribbon. I've just cut off some Evening Evergreen, centre it on the card, put a bit on so that it will stick. Use Tombow glue on the back of this, glue it on top, leaving an even border on all four sides. For the sentiment, stamp, gather together on a piece of scrap soft succulent. Do fussy cut round it, keeping your scissors at a 45-degree angle, and you move the paper and not the scissors. Put dimensionals on the back, pop your card insert in, and then the sentiment over the top. I know this is crooked. I should have moved it over to this side a bit more. That's the trouble, you know, when you stand up to film, you've got the camera in the way. It's more difficult to manipulate then. So I'll put the rhinestones on this side instead. I didn't realise how crooked it was until we were putting the rhinestones on, so I've just shifted it all over. I lifted the pumpkin pie piece and just moved it all across. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then hit the subscribe button. All the supplies I use are listed below this video in the Show More section. You can also read more about this project on my blog. It will have all the measurements listed. The link is also below this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.